And welcome back, our dear viewers, to shed light about the performance of the Egyptian economy in light of the recent evaluation by Standard & Poor's, which was maintaining our position as B. We are very much delighted to have our dear guest in the studio, Dr. Nadim Samna, Professor of Economics. Dr. Nadim, good morning. Dr. Nadim?
Oui.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Dr. Nadim, how has the political stability helped in bringing about the economic booms in Egypt?
Well, it is very important for any investor to invest his money in a stable country. So it's a favorable effect, and this is one of the criteria that foreign investors are looking for when they consider investments in a country. And I think that being in a region that was unstable, let's say, in the last 10 years,
yes.
Egypt is presenting a very stable environment, reforms, and so on. So definitely it is one of the factors that favors investment.
Yes. Doctor, what is the importance of these unprecedented developmental projects and our economic reform program?
Well, we can say that some of the reforms were expected for a long time. I mean, definitely that the floating of the Egyptian pound against foreign currencies was a long-term demand from the business community. And I mean, any investor, when he invests money, he expects to make some profits and expects to take his profits back. So this is what the recent reforms have the objective of ensuring investors that they can bring the money back. And so it's all about trust.
Yes.
Reforms is all about building trust.
Yes. Dr. Nadim, how was the Egyptian economy able to achieve this boom while easing the impact of the economic reform on the most needy brackets?
Well, the Egyptian economy has many assets. We enjoy a young population, educated, with very good universities, and naturally, we have the assets to grow, and
yes.
even during, let's say, the events in 2011, the economy was still growing. So there is a huge potential for growth to the Egyptian economy, and the diversification also of the Egyptian economy is a very good asset. This year, the tourism sector is down, but other sectors are up. I can mention agriculture, I can mention technology, I can mention telecom. So each economic sector balances with the other.
Yes. Dr. Nadim, what are your expectations for achieving the growth rates exceeding this year's 3.6% in the year 2021? Are you optimistic about the growth rate?
Definitely. I mean, if you succeeded in having positive growth in 2020, that means that we have the ability to make growth also in 2021. Definitely, yes. The effect of the crisis won't be over in 2021. I mean, even if there is a huge campaign of vaccination and so on, but the virus itself, it will continue to live until next year. So there will still be some effects on the economy. And as I was saying, the economy is all about trust and confidence.
Yes.
And when investors will feel confident, when you can see that the travel is, let's say, open again easily without the quarantine period and so on. So you will see many investors flying into Egypt and watching what is happening, watching on the ground, see, wow, I mean, the transformation of the country is amazing,
Yes.
then they will really pour money in.
Yes. Doctor, actually, Standard & Poor's has maintained for the second time in 6 months Egypt's credit rating in the domestic and hard currencies at B level and kept its stable outlook. How do you see that impact on, to what extent that would have an impact on the outlook of the Egyptian economy?
Well, it's a positive impact, of course. It's proof of the trust in the resilience of the Egyptian economy. And what I can say is that when investors, one of the first things they look for is the credit rating.
Sir, also how do you see the incentive here represented by the government and the incentives given to the investors in order to attract more foreign direct investment to Egypt, as we are topping here the list of the African countries?
Well, there's many initiatives, I mean, in all economic sectors, from the different ministries. There is all the infrastructure mega projects. All these initiatives are here to help investors come and explore and trust the Egyptian economy and trust that they will it will be profitable for them.
Yes. Doctor, in terms of inflation, the report expected the inflation rate for the consumer prices to be 5.7% in 2020 and to reach 6.2% over 2021. What's your take on that?
Well, we can see that the levels of inflation are going down. I mean, the long-term trend is going down, even if next year it is predicted to be up a little bit. Right now, the objective of the central bank in Egypt is, let's say 8% plus or minus 3%. So we are actually below the objective of the central bank of Egypt. I mean, it's good. It's good to stabilize the economy, to stabilize the inflation, and hopefully within 4 or 5 years, the inflation will be down to maybe 3%.
Yes.
Which is helpful for sustainable development.
Yes. Finally, Dr. Nadim, what are your expectations for the performance of the Egyptian economy in 2021, as we are just a few weeks away from this year and we are wrapping up 2020?
Well, I mean, of course, I can give you any numbers, but as you can see, that predictions change every week. It will definitely be positive. Why? Because we already showed growth in 2020. So when the rest of the world will recover in 2021, Egypt also will benefit from this effect and will continue its growth. I don't think that Egypt will be able to catch up and get to its, let's say, long-term growth objective above 6%, but it will remain positive. And this is, I mean, during this crisis, having positive growth is like
indeed.
Dream. Many countries.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Nadim Samna, Professor of Economics, thank you very much for your precious input and have a very good day. Our dear viewers, with that, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show. You were joined by myself, Mahisti Rabia, and my dear colleague, Shireen Adel. Till tomorrow with another crew, it's goodbye.